Yo, welcome to another episode of Build Something TV. Wingnuts, what's going on? What is happening, man? Thank you guys for supporting and liking all the videos, man. I really do appreciate all the support and watching the video on this axle that I did in the last video. I really do appreciate it. This is a headache to do. I suggest you guys, if you're doing this, you need two people, man. One man band is not the move to do this. But I would like to give a shout out to my man Sprayway Customs here on YouTube. Very good dude, man. Very, very informative dude, what he does over there, man. If you're into the, customizing your car, speaker boxes, color, this, that, and the third, spray, body work, everything, that is the man. My favorite video, and I watch all his videos, but my favorite one is when he went to the junkyard, because that's my place of residence, and he took a moonroof out of a 2000 Nissan Quest. Took the moonroof out, cut it out, took all the electronics, this, that, and the third, all four drain things, because you get the sunroof with the drain things in there, took those joints out, brought it back home, and installed that into a box Chevy. Listen here, you got to give it up for that man. That is an awesome video. I watch it all the daggone time. Man, look. Give that man a look-see. Sprayway Customs here on YouTube. But now I need to get back to this axle here, but I ain't going to get to that axle just yet because I have this rear to do. Yep, I got to do that rear too because it's leaking also. But the first one I have to do is the one that I'm driving. So let's go ahead and check that out. And if you look inside this tire, you see that? That is all that gear oil that is saturated all over this situation here. You know what the deal is. More than likely, it's the seal. But we have to check some other things along with it. Just can't say it's just the seal because it can be more than just the seal. Alright, for you guys who care to know how to take out an axle in the car, 8.8 axle or any axle, you basically had to take off that. Drain it. You guys all know how to do that. Then you're going to spin this thing around and you're going to catch this bolt right here. You're going to use, for this one here, this is what you use, a 5/16. Go ahead, you take that out. Now, and that will actually slide out this pin here. Now, more likely, you see that little gear, it won't come out because the gears will be still engaged. And this is why it's very important with the axle, you got to take out that sensor because this will hinder this from moving inward. So when it goes inward, you can take out the C-clip that's here. So you'll push it in a little bit, C-clip will come out, and then you'll be able to just quickly slide out the axle. You guys probably can't see it, but let me show you. See the flakes in there? You can just see it just dripping out like a little river. This is not good. Not good. And do not even go to AutoZone because they won't even have these seals, because you need the seals with the red thing inside. That's what you're going to need. You need this here. Need the bearing. Make sure you get an SKF at least. Don't get the $10 one. And just take your behind to Napa. AutoZone ain't got nothing. AutoZone is just catering to basically Hondas and Toyotas. That is it. So alright, so we got 4 axles here. One is bad. Now this one right here, is the bad one. As you can see, there's a groove cut right out into it. And this one here, you can see that this one is good. Now this one came out of the 2008 Crown Victoria that's out there. And then this one here is from a 2006 Lincoln Town Car. Now this one here is from a 98 Crown Victoria. As you can see, that's a little bit more skinnier and shorter. So this one is a 28 spine, this is one, I guess 31, I guess that's what it is, and 31. And then this one here is the short side for the axle that I'm building on the Ford Maverick. Now this one here is from the Explorer, aka Mountaineer and everything else like that. Mind you, this is a short side, that's why it's so short. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this one into the 2008 Crown Victoria. We're going to be skipping a lot of scenes, man. We're just going to be throwing it in only because that it's a little bit dark underneath there, don't have the light, and you guys know how to do this stuff here. Use this to drive the bearing in and flip this around and drive the seal in on this end. It looked a little different, but it do fit. What I'm doing right now is I'm letting this dry just a little bit. This is This is very important. So, you know, gotta let that dry a little bit, then put it in, clean it up inside there a little bit so it can really seat. So, all right, it's down. We got that done. Now we're gonna head off and we're gonna do the other axle now on the Maverick. Now, the axle on the drift build is, well, the rear on the drift build is going to be done quite different. We're going to change it around because we use the axle for the other car. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to probably slap in this here and we're just going to weld it up and stick it in there and run it. Situation here, we got that welded up, sent it back out, got it back welded. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and we're going to cut the extra pieces off of there. And I think I'm going to Loctite that middle one there. Gotta go Loctite that. So finally got this rear end. Now we can start putting in some of these, this is a seal number here. Got that. And we got some original Ford parts. I would have went for the Napa ones, but I was like, you know what, let me get the Ford parts on this one here. So that's what I went with. Just gonna drive the bearing in first. Use this tool here. Drive it in and drive in the seal. So we have in a situation, I have a 1998 Explorer Mountaineer Workshop manual. Let's see. This looks low. Differential side bearing cap bolts. Alright, they're 40 to 49. You can kind of see it right there, which is strange. That seems a little low to me. And then when you go on the computer, it's somewhere around 60 or something. It's crazy, but I got the book in front of me. That seems low. We're going to push it more to 49, 49.50. That's what we're going to go ahead and torque that thing to. All right, wingnuts, we got the axles in. I'm going to be real with you with the axles. The axles tubes are different from both sides. Not only is it one longer than the other side and one is shorter on the other side. I'm going to give you the exact what I have measured just now. Now the cut side is 2 7/8, while the uncut side is 2 15/16. It's basically a hair off. Now, is that going to make a difference? Not really. Everything is centered up properly. Everything is centered up in the middle as far as that, but that I just noticed that it's just a hair off. Now, it could be a piece of rust that I was measuring it on or whatever, but that's what I had measured. I measured it probably around 2 or 3 times, and one time it was on and one time it was off. I don't know, maybe I'm putting it in the wrong position, I don't know, but that's what I just have to share that information with you because I think that you need to know that when you're doing this thing here, measurements, sometimes you got to measure it 2 or 3 different times. I see that it was a hair off, and then it's not a hair off, and then it's a hair off. All right, we got that. Everything in, calipers, everything, but I'm still trying to figure out the calipers because I have a whole bunch of calipers. I got 99 calipers, I got 2005 calipers, Explorer, and things are slightly different, and it varies from each one, so I'm trying to figure all of that stuff out. So, man, thank you guys for watching this episode of Build Something TV, man. I hope you guys were semi-enlightened because I was skipping a lot of scenes, but most of you guys know how to do this stuff already. But the next video will be a little bit more technical along with the brake lines and routing, and I'll probably be doing the fuel system simultaneously and trying to get that situated and figure out where everything needs to be placed. So, man, see you guys on the flip side. Check you guys out later, man.
To keep y'all up to speed on the next video, man, we're going to be installing these double disc calipers. They look installed, but they're not properly installed yet. We're just doing fitment behind the scenes. So you guys can check that out on the next video, and we're going to be installing this cheap eBay e-brake. Hopefully that works. But we're going to let my man Steve McQueen in his fastback take us out on the video.